Assalamu alaikum. Viewers, today I am going to teach you how you can find the area of triangles. To save time, I have already drawn some of the figures on this page so that it will be easy for us to go on continually to understand how we can find the areas. So first of all, if you look at the first figure, which is a rectangle, its name is ABCD. Half of the portion of this rectangle is shaded and half of it is not shaded. The side ABD is not shaded. If you observe the side ABD, you can see that AD is 4 units and AB is 5 units. And we all know that in order to find the area of a rectangle, we know that rectangle's area can be calculated by multiplying its base and length. In this case, length can also be given the name as height, because if you observe, there is an angle of 90 degrees forming. So this side AD is basically the perpendicular height of this rectangle ABCD. And if you observe, rectangle area of rectangle can be calculated by multiplying length by breadth. I have noted length as height because length can also be replaced by height, as we can see that the AD is the height of this particular rectangle. So we can say that area of the whole rectangle, right, is height into breadth. So if we take the area of this whole shape, then height, which is 4 units, should be multiplied by its base, which is 5 units. So area of the whole of this rectangle will be 4 into 5, that is 20 square units. Since it is an area, so the unit taken will be taken in square. So 20 square units is the area of this whole rectangle. But when we talk about half of the rectangle, which is basically the triangle, this is the half of the rectangle. If you observe this shape, it is a triangle. So we can say that area of half rectangle or the area of triangle is basically base multiplied by height upon 2. Why we are dividing it by 2? Because it is the half of the area of the whole rectangle. So we can say that area of this triangle, which is named as ABD, is its base, which is 5, multiplied by its height, which is 4, upon 2. Right? Now here we can simplify 2 and 4. 2 ones are, 2 twos are. So the remaining units will be 5 multiplied by 2. So the area of this half of the rectangle, which is triangle, is 5 multiplied by 2 is 10 square units. Right? And we know that half of it must be 10. So it means that area of triangle on the basis of the same argument that we have discussed can also be calculated by multiplying the half by base into height. So in short, we can say that area of a triangle is base multiplied by height multiplied by half. I have noted already the same formula over here, that area of the triangle is half into base into height. If you observe this figure, which is ABC, there are 2 units noted with it. One of them is 8 and the other one is 5. This 5 can be taken as the base of this triangle, and the AC can be taken as its height, because both of these 2 lines are making an angle of 90 degrees. And we know that the base and height should be perpendicular to each other, that is, they must make 90 degrees with each other. That is why we have taken the base as AB and height as AC. So in order to find the area of this triangle, we can say that area is half into base is 5 units, into height, which is 8 units. Again, if we are interested in finding this area, we can simplify these 2 numbers, that 2 and 8. 2 ones are 2 and 2 fours are 8. Now 5 into 4 is 20. So the area of this triangle ABC will be 20 square units. If you observe the third triangle, I have not noted any letters along with it. You may give it any name like ABC, WXY, whatever you want. So, but what can we do if we are interested in finding its area? We must find out base and height. So we are noting that this side is making its base and 3 is making its height. And since both of them are making 90 degrees with each other, so 3 will be the perpendicular height. In order to find its area as we know that is half into base into height, right? So half into base, which is 6, into height, which is 3. Now simplifying in the same fashion as we did earlier, so we can simplify this 2 by this 6, 2 ones are, 2 threes are. Now the remaining units are 1 into 3 into 3, that is 9 square units. So area of this given triangle will be 9 square units. Now I have drawn 2 more figures on my page, right? One of them is given the name as ABC, and one of them is given the name as ABCD, and the third one is given the name as XYZ. If you observe, this figure has no 90-degree present in it anywhere. So what can we do? Again, we will try to find 2 such lines in this triangle that are making 90 degree with each other. So if you observe closely, you can come to know that the line AC in this figure is making 90 degree with this line BCB. So we can take AC as its perpendicular height and BCB will be taken as base. So in order to find the area of this particular triangle, again we can write area is half into base, which is BD. From here till here, it is given to us by this particular line that this is 8 units. So BD is 8 and AC, which is the height, perpendicular height, as 5. Again over here we can simplify 2 and 4. The area of this particular triangle will be 5 into 4, that is 20 square units. In the next figure, the figure ABC, we can notice that both these two shapes are exactly the same. The only difference is that in this one already a dotted line is given to us, and that line we have taken as the perpendicular height. In this case, the perpendicular height is given outside. Remember, whenever we are going to find the area of a triangle, we must find out 2 things, that is the perpendicular height and the base. Now over here, if I will drag this line inside over here, you will come to know that this line, as you can see that this line, this parallel line and this parallel line, they can be taken over here. So this same height can be fixed over here from A to this point. Though no point is mentioned, but we can say that if we will take any point over here, this height, that is 10, can be easily fitted over here. So perpendicular height of this triangle will be 10 and the base of this triangle is 15. So in order to find its area, again we know that area of a triangle is half into base, which is 15, into height, which is 10. Right? Now we can simplify 2 and 10 over here again. So that is 2 ones are 2 and 2 5s are 10. So 5 into 15, we know that is 75. So the area of this particular triangle will be 75 square units. Now we have the last figure with us. If you observe again, this shape has no perpendicular height given to us in it. So by the help of scale, I can show you that the perpendicular height can be taken from this end to that end. This can be drawn by ourselves, right? And if I notice, this height is around 2.5 centimeters, right? So height of this triangle will be 2.5 centimeters. Okay, and the base can also be taken as, since these two lines are making 90 degree with each other, so base can be taken as YZ, which is around 3.4 centimeters, right? So half into base into height means 2.5 multiplied by 3.4 multiplied by half. So half into base into height. Half into base into height. Base is 3.4 and height is 2.5. Now we can also simplify this 2 by this 3.4, which will give us 1.7. So in order to find the area of this triangle, we just have to multiply 2.5 and 1.7. So that area will be the area of this triangle in its square centimeters. I'm multiplying 2.7 and 1.7 and 2.5 over here. 5 sevens are 35. 3 will be carried. 5 ones are 5 and 3, 8. We will, since no units will come, so we are keeping a cross over here. 2 sevens are 14. 1, 2 ones are 2 plus 1, 4, 3. So 5, 2, 1 on adding these numbers, we are getting 425. And since we have 2 decimal places in it, 1 decimal place in the first value, 2nd decimal place in the second value, so 2 decimal places will be kept from this side. So this will be 4.25 centimeters square. So we can say that the area of this triangle will be 4.25 centimeters square. Hope this video will help you to understand how can you find the area of triangle. If you have any comments or any issues in understanding more about it, you may tell me by sending your comments. They will be most welcome. Thank you. Jazakallah.